When dealing with sine law, there's one more thing that we need to cover, and that's something that's known as ambiguous case. An ambiguous case is exactly what the name suggests. It's a scenario where it's not clear, number one, how many answers there are because of the information that you are given. Ambiguous case occurs when you have what is called a side or SSA, side angle triangle. So you're going to have two sides given and one angle opposite one of those sides, but it's ambiguous because you don't have enough information on to determine exactly what the possible solutions could be. And there are three possible answers to this type of scenario when it's ambiguous with the information that you're given. The three possibilities are no answer at all, one solution to the question, or perhaps some of them will have two questions. So I'm going to walk you through it, how we determine it with the same information given so that it's an SSA, and then we're going to walk through the different scenarios. In this case, we're going to have, this is our angle A at 30 degrees. Then this will be our side B, and it's going to be 12 units of measure. And then I'm going to give you side A, three different scenarios for side A. This line on the bottom here, this one is going to vary. It's ambiguous. We're not given that. We're given side angle is how it'll fit into our SSA. Okay, for the first scenario, we're going to do, well actually before we do that, we're going to start with, in order to demonstrate this, we're going to determine the height of this triangle. So, and in order to do that, we've created a right angle triangle, so we can use a right angle trig, dealing with, we want this, so sine is opposite hypotenuse. We're going to be doing the trig ratio of sine. So sine of 30 equals opposite, which we're going to call height. We'll write it out to avoid confusion, over 12. And if you do the calculations, you're going to see that it comes to 6. H equals 6. All right, so we have 6 units of measure for our height. All right, for the first scenario, we're going to make side A 4. So 4 units of measure. And we'll draw that in as best we can, remembering this is 6. So our 4 is going to have to be smaller than that, and as you can already see, that isn't a viable or a working solution. So this one, where this side A is smaller than our height, we have a no solution. So let's put that in here. No solution when side A is less than H. So this side, opposite the angle, is less than the height of the triangle. There is no solution to that triangle. Okay, let's erase that data and try another one. Number 2. We're going to make A 15 units of measure. So it's going to be longer than the 12. So put it there. Which means that this ambiguous line would be extended quite a bit. And we have a line like this. And we can see that we have a very nice workable triangle with only one solution possible. So that type where A, side A, here we had 15, where side A is greater than our height, there's a no problem at all. So if A is greater than H, we have one solution. Okay, when A is greater than H. Okay, let's erase that. And the little triangle is getting smaller and smaller here. And the third scenario. Here we're going to make side A equal 8 units of measure. All right? So A is going to be 8 units of measure. And here actually something really interesting occurs. If I take this measure, here, draw it in. I'm going to draw it in a different color. I'm going to pick blue this time. But that is also another triangle. Because this is a measurement of 8, and as you see I measured it more or less accurately. This is 8 units, but so is this. And both of those form a triangle that give you a different answer, obviously. If you're solving for this angle, you're going to get a completely different measurement. So that one has 2 solutions to that one. This side is the same, but the measures of all your angles are going to be different. So if I'm asking you to solve a triangle, you need to be watching, are there 2 possible answers to that question? So in this case, A has, this triangle has 2 solutions to the triangle. So that occurs when A, let's put this in here, 2 solutions, and it has to fit 2 criteria. 2 solutions when A is less than B, so our 8 is less than 12. Those 2 have to be less than 12, and obviously they have to be greater than height. If they're not greater than height, it's not going to work. Okay, the key being, this is less than that. We're going to have 2 solutions to that equation. Okay, so a quick way to tell instantly whether or not you have 1, 2, or 3 solutions. First, check, is it a side-side angle triangle? Is side A, the side opposite the angle, smaller than your height? No solution. 1 solution when this side is greater than the height, and 2 solutions when this side is greater than the height but smaller than the opposite side.